Hi, I'm Bruce, and we're here at this old abandoned warehouse. We heard there's a old car in there, something really cool, and we're going to go in and we're going to check it out and see what we have. Let's go on in. Okay, so tucked away in the corner of this warehouse, here's the old car that we're talking about, so let's see what it is. Throw these old boxes off. I hate when people use cars for shelves. So here we have it. It looks like an old Mustang, I'd say 65 or 66. It's got a Texas plate on it, so being here in Ohio where we are, that's probably a good thing as far as rust goes. So I think we found us a gem here. Take a peek under the hood. And there's nothing in it. But look how shiny it is. Somebody's already done the work to clean it up. So let's talk about what we can do with this. So with these classic Mustangs, there's really nothing better than taking your classic Mustang, fixing it up, giving it a nice paint job, and then driving it. Everybody loves to drive their old cars. But the thing of it is, you put an old motor in it, leave the old motor in it, and you're fiddling around with carburetors. You don't get that great of gas mileage. You don't have the overdrive transmissions. So what are we going to do with an old Mustang like this? Engine-wise, the possibilities are wide open. We could put the old 200 six-cylinder back in it, but that's as boring as it gets. So let's talk about something exciting. A Coyote, a Godzilla. Why not even a turbo 2.3 EcoBoost or a 3.5 EcoBoost or the 2.7 EcoBoost? Those are all possibilities that will work great in this car. And don't let the wiring scare you. All those motors have computers and wiring, but that is easy when you call Mars Auto and Truck Parts because they have the system set up for us to do that. And we'll get to that in just a second. So here we have the Mars Swap the Universe control pack. It starts off with the exclusive Mars Swap the Universe fuse box. It has the relays in it, has a battery wire, and it plugs into all of our Ford swap harnesses, whether it's the Godzilla, the Coyote, the 2.3, the 3.5, the 2.7, it fits all of them. And this setup is for when you have already bought your motor and you got everything you need. You got the fuse box harness. So you're going to send us the ECM, we'll take the pats off of it, and then you're going to send us the fuse box harness, and we're going to take that big monster of wire and we're going to pare it down to a simple harness here. So we're going to have, of course, the ECM plug. We're going to have plugs that plug onto the existing engine harness. A couple of those. We have our plug that plugs on the fuse box. We have our ambient air temperature, our ground wire, our fuel pump wire, some fan wires, our OBD2 port, right there. And then we have our interior wires. The interior wires, we have our gas pedal, a couple of wires for the brake pedal. We have our, for an automatic car, it's going to have shift up and down wires so you can manually shift the transmission. We're going to have our start and ignition wire, and we also give you 12 volts up here so you can run any ignition switch you want. And of course, we have the mass airflow, and it's that simple. You just plug on those few wires and your Coyote's running. So all you're left to do is bolt it in the car, hook up the drive shaft and exhaust, and down the road you go. So the next thing we have for you is a control pack harness where you only got the motor. So here we have the control pack harness. It comes with the Swap the Universe fuse box. And this harness is a little different because we've taken and streamlined it even more because we're able to build these from scratch. You have your plug that goes on the computer, plugs that go on the harness, fuse box plug. We have a ground wire, of course, alternator, starter solenoid. We have your brake pedal and throttle pedal. And then the interior bundle is all tied together with one. A fuse box, shift up and down, your ignition and start. And lastly, fan wires. So it is really simple. And the thing of it is, we have our transmission harness as a separate piece. It plugs on with just one wire to the engine harness. This plugs into the ECM, and this plugs on your transmission. So what makes this really nice is we're able to swap these out. If you got a manual car, we send you one that's short. You don't have to try to hide and tuck this thing away. So we're really proud of what we have here. And guys, swapping engines has never been easier with our products. So give us a call and check us out on the web at swaptheuniverse.com.